Yes, welcome once again to this training. This is Tough Media Technology, and we are using this training to let people know that you can break into IT without going through stress. Okay, so uh, this training is for to see the admin area for the WordPress. So if you remember the last time we tried to compare the Joomla modules, templates, all the features with the WordPress. Okay, so now today we want to log into the backend and compare the WordPress backend. So go to the URL, you go to the backend localhost slash sites slash WP is WordPress dash admin. So this is localhost, like that's what we are using for this training. We have not customized it to be a custom domain like whatever abc.com, right? But this is just local host within our computer. So we're going to use this for this training. Remember, this stuff media technology, and we are doing this for passion, for others to learn. Thank you. So don't forget, we created a username and password the last time, which we are still going to use to do this explore of WordPress admin center. So this is the landing page of WordPress admin, and then if you go to the top right, you see your profile, and then if you scroll down, you're going to see personal options of your profile, your visual editor, your syntax, and all the rest. So if you want to disable your visual editor, you click on that checkbox. The syntax highlighting is also there for you to see your, for example, if you have a lot of code HTML that you are writing, and then if you have a lot of syntax that is being highlighted, you can use these features to disable. Okay, so for each of these we are not going to check, just to leave it like that for the training purpose. Okay, now you can see the admin color scheme. So yeah, if you scroll down, you see different colors, and as you click on it, it will change the interface to whatever color that you want. Again, you can use this for branding. Each organization, and you can just pick anyone. So if you look down, you see enable keyboard shortcuts for comments. For example, if you are writing a lot of things on your WordPress, the ability for you to be able to use your shortcode, Control F, Control Print, Control Find. So that is that. So if you go down, you see show toolbar when viewing the site. So if you go to your site at the top right, you see view sites. That toolbar will allow you to see your toolbar on your page. So if you go to your site now, you're going to see the site now. So this is the website, and if you want to disable this toolbar, that is where you're going to do in admin center. It's very simple and straightforward, and this is one of the things that you enjoy about WordPress compared to Joomla. So yeah, because we've already created a username, so that means you're not going to change this is created out, though it can be changed in the database, which we are going to see that later. Okay, but because that has been created before, that has been created out. So if you go down, you can put your first name here, put your last name here, and then other information that you want to put. So you can also change the display name, whatever you want. If you scroll down, you can put contact information, your email. These are just a basic information for your profile, for you to set up a profile, and this profile can also be used in your website or blogs for them to see more about you. So at the bottom, you can write about your biography, information about yourself. This we talked about the author. For example, when anybody comes to your site, your blog, and they want to see about the author, they want to see the profile, the achievements, you put it there. So if you have other websites also, you can put it here. External website that might not even that might not be the same with this one, but then it speaks to your own achievement. So you see where you can upload your picture, very neat picture with a good background, professional background. So at the bottom we have another feature that can, for you to change your profile picture on Gravatar. That's the good features for you to use. You can find in WordPress. If you click on it, it's going to take you to the Gravatar, to load your picture there. Okay, so moving on, I want to generate password without you creating a password. If you go down, you see generate password, right? So this will allow you to generate password, and then you update. So once you are done with this, you can just go to all users. Here you're going to see all the users being created with their email. Those that actually register with their email. This is the backend. You're going to fill all the registered users. And also this is where you can add user yourself. You add users, put the other information required, creating a brand new users and add them in your site. The email address, the first name, you know, depending on who that person is. If you go down, you're going to see role where you're going to assign a specific role to the user. So, and the access also is based on the role. So you are the one that will determine this user, what is he going to do, what is the limit or privilege that this person needs to have in the site. So you do that for them. Okay, so once you are done with that, you can just click on add users. So the next place you're going to look at is settings, and then for the settings, excuse me, you can go to general settings. And so here you have general settings where you can site title, the tagline. For example, you just have a few words to explain what the site is all about. Okay, so for example, we say food supply, talking about good health, good nutrition and all of that. So let's say, for example, say, okay, the kind of food for this food supply is salad and what kind of food again? Maybe you want to say vegetables or beverages. So whatever it is that your site speaks to, something that can make them have idea what it's all about. So as a website developer or as a web designer, you have to make sure that everything you are putting here actually speak to each other, actually point to each other. So if you scroll down, you're going to see where you can put the admin information, that is admin email. And if you go down, you're going to see where you can allow anyone to register as a member, membership. So, and if you scroll down, so depending on what you want the person to do and the access control or access permission that you want to give the person. So you can also state that here, for example, new user default role is subscriber, and whatever it is that you want to make it be, maybe a contributor or author, editor or administrator, you can always make the setting here for them. Okay, so moving on is the site language. Whatever country you are speaking to or the country you want the language to show, and the country time zone equivalent, you put it there as well. So the date format depending on your choice, right? Whatever date format that you want, you can see. And also the time format, you see that as well. So when you are done with that, just save changes. And then next thing is writing settings. So here we have the 4 post categories. You have to use this to group your topic. So for example, whatever you are discussing about, you have to make sure that the default post category, you can use this to categorize them. For example, talking about food, different food category, this is where you can actually categorize them based on the food items. Alright, so you create category for them. It's more like in YouTube they call it a kind of playlist. So, and then you have one as default. So Okay, so I think that is clear. So you have one categorize, we have categorize another. So whatever default format that you want to, you can pick that up also here. Okay, just a moment, excuse me. Okay, so yeah, post via email. To post WordPress by email, you must set up a secret email address, account. So these are email setting, the POP3 port access and all of that. This is the port, and you can always change that. So the mail server or whatever the one that you are using with your server email provider is put it there. So if you are using uh secured one also, you can put that there. So here you put your login email, login name, the password, and then so let's move on to the next one, reading settings. So if you want to create a reading settings, your home page display, for example, you want it to show your latest post whenever people come to your place. But if you are using static page, that means you have to assign the home page, post page, right? But if the first one you are choosing, that will automatically display the latest post. So when you're talking about dynamics website or static websites, this is where you can see the difference, what they mean by that. Dynamic is more like it's updated using the latest post, while the statics, you have to choose the one you want. So for example, you can see the website just showed now. So whatever one you are choosing, if you choose statics, you can choose the. So for the blog page, you show it depending on what you want to show. The number you want to show can show at most more than 10 or 10 pages. So whenever you are done, you just click save changes. So you don't need much information. For example, this search engine is not necessary for you to check it because you are not yet online. We are still within our local host. So this discourage search engine from indexing this site. You have to make sure that is enabled. So let's go to these discussion settings. Here you can see default post settings. Okay. So here you can see default post settings. Attempt to notify any blocked links from the post. Allow link notification. So you have a lot of them like that. We scroll down. Here you can see email me whenever before a comment appear, comment moderation. So email me whenever anyone posts a comment. You can see a comment is yield for moderation. You see that. So these are just straightforward and very explainable, right? So a comment is held for moderator. Anyone can comment. So if you look at the second one now, before a comment appear, you can check this one. Comment must be manually approved. These are just a check and balance. Number one. The second one is a comment author must have a previous approved comment. So these are just the what needs to put in place. For example, comment moderation. These are file language that needs to take notes. This can be email, can be URL, whatever it is that you want to make sure that things are not done in the wrong way. This one will be held in the moderation queue once whatever I put here. So here is completely blocked. This is not going to come at all. No consideration, no moderation. It's just totally blocked. For example, any dirty, any unwelcome URL, words, and all of that. This is where you put them. So here is the avatar. Here it's an image that follows you from weblog to weblog, appearing beside your name. For example, when you comment on avatar enable site. So These are the things that are going to be there. Here you can enable to display an avatar for people who comment on your site. So you can do the settings here to show avatar. You check it. If not, you uncheck. Maximum rating. You have the G suitable for all audience. If you scroll down, you see default avatar, and these are the things you can check for it to appear. You say so if you scroll down, in order to get this for sure to appear, you have to sign up with avatar to add your image on it. So you can just go to the browser and go to avatar where you can create your own avatar. Okay, so once you sign in, then you can now proceed from there. Create your own avatar and then put all your normal information and upload your image there. So once that is done, right, put your email and then the password and then create your account. So the username you use, the username that you use to create your WordPress, same thing that I'm going to use here. So whatever WordPress website you are using, that email address, the same is what you are going to use in the avatar for their own site for you to be profile on their hand. So the same email will now allow you to display the same picture you put on the avatar. So once you are done with all of this, right, you just need to click on save changes. So moving on to the next one, which is media settings. So talking about media settings, this we talk about sizes, thumbnail sizes, medium sizes, large sizes. So basically your image sizes, the sizes listed below determine the maximum dimension in pixels. So to use when adding an image to the media library. So if you scroll down, whatever you have checked, you just scroll down and then save changes. So moving on to the next one is the tools. Let's look at the plugin. The last time we look at plugin, right? Let's just look at it in details now. If you remember the last time checking about the features, we saw two plugins. This is what we are seeing. If you are using Akismet anti-spam, you have to activate it. And once you activate it, it will be used on your website, and then the Akismet API will be used to communicate with your website. So if you look down, you see hello door. We don't really need this, right? We want to leave it fine, but we probably might need to delete it. So we have just only one plugin here. So if we activate this, let's click on this. So you have to set up your accounts. How sites need to be set. So you have to sign up, and then so you have to choose option, either set up your Akismet amount or manually enter an API. So clicking on the first one to set up your accounts, take it to the landing page for you to set up your accounts, and then once you are done with the setting up, definitely you get your API, and then you can see the prices here below. Personal name for your price, name your price, your $5 per month size, and once you are done, you come back to that page where you have your Akismet on your WordPress, and then put your API. Then you start using your Akismet anti-spam on your website. So like I said, this is just a default one that came with your WordPress, but aside from this, you can get other anti-spam that you can use that is different from Akismet. So if you want to add a new plugin now, right, for example, you have to click on this add new. If you click on add new, you're going to see a lot of plugins that you can mix use of. All you just need to do is to install, right? If you look at the Akismet, the status is already showing installed, update now because already installed, but you can see that one, the button will say install now, right? So look at whatever project your client wants and the features you requested for, and see how you can search for it and then install it on the website for the clients. Okay, these are the things that you need to get when you are getting information from your client. Okay, so this just basically for plugin. And then let's go back to the themes. Though we've talked about the widgets, but I think at this time we need to go back to the theme. So let's explore the theme. So this theme basically is telling you how your page will look like. If you can see, we have this basically these three themes, right? And we can check and ask for themes. So get in mind that, bear in mind that whatever your clients want should be ringing at the back of your hand when you are looking for themes, themes or whatever features you are looking for, because that is what your clients want. So as you are searching for themes, look at the brands, look at the items, look at the alignments. So that whatever you are presenting to your client, he will love it and accept it. So for example, you just want to go with popular one, go to popular. You see the popular themes that many people use, right? You can look at it, and then they want to see the latest one that has been trending. Go there. This one might probably be the one that Wordpress just uploaded online. So by the time you start using Wordpress templates, themes very well, right? You have a lot of them highlighted under favorites that you can easily go and pick a kind of go-to site. So whatever one you want, right, you can see them under later. When you scroll down, you can preview them before installing them. You want to see how it looks like, you want to get yourself familiar with it, you want to see if actually it suited your client's request or your personal interest. So scroll down, you look at it and confirm if it's good to go. Okay, so I believe you guys are enjoying this. So this is the joy about WordPress, because it's just drag and drop, click and drag, compared to whatever AI is going to give to you, right? AI will actually create a beautiful website for you in a time like this, right? But again, you might not have the 100% of watch oversight or view of the whole website, because you just come up with something for you. But this, you should be able to manipulate, you should be able to control every flow of your website with WordPress, whatever you are seeing here. So here under comment now, you can see wherever, for example, if you click on approve of comments, you can see if you want to approve comments, you can see that. If you want to depending on any action that you want on this, so let's go to page. So on the page, you're going to see add page, new page, edit page, quick edit. You want to trash the page, you're going to see that. If you want to add new page, also you're going to see that as well. So click on add new page, then you see so you can see the interface is quite straightforward. You add new page, and then also you see that you need to install a classic editor, because to make your page look more okay, right? If you click on the plus sign, you're going to see different options. So let's go back to next one, because we are not installing the plugin for now. So let's go to media. In the media library, this is where you can add whatever you want to add. Media, you want to add new, upload your images, videos, depending on what you want from your client. But don't forget this file size, right? So you can actually compress it, and also I will show you how you can change this on the local server as well. So this is just media library, and then if you have a kind of videos you want to display on your website, images, this is where you can easily or quickly do that. Okay, so the next one, let's go to post. So this post is where you can create categories. You can see we mentioned about uncategorized category, can create a categorized post. For example, you are talking about this site is a food supply, right? And then you want to make it a category of vegetables. We can have beverages, we can have fruits, we can have, but you want to say this category is vegetables, right? When you put the name, you scroll down, then put all the information that needed, then you can add. Then so once you click on that, you see, so here you can add a new host also here, right? So I want to be fast with this. So the next one is tag. So you're going to move on to tag. This one is going to tell you about your post in a more detailed way, right? You have to add the tags to whatever post you are doing, so visitors coming to your site will understand what your post is all about, because this tag is going to be assigned to your post. So for example, you are talking about food supply, right? You can put a tag that has to do with maybe healthy living, or probably good nutrition. You understand? Good nutrition, definitely people know that it's talking about food, what we consume. So let's go to the next one, is dashboard. And then if you see updates, right? Yeah, these are updates that has to talk about maybe the teams, right? You tell you what is trending, what is latest. So if you want to update the themes, whatever you see there, you can see the update plugins, whatever update that you want to bring in. So that's what you can see under WordPress updates. So in our next video, right now, it's training, we're going to look at installation of plugins, right? So today we just explore WordPress admin area, but then in our next video we're going to look at how to install plugins and then develop websites. So, and don't forget, for advanced website design or development, there's a page builder that you can use. But for this training, for the training sake, we're just going to do a basic website or web development for people to learn and to go along.